Show man. There you go, friends. Folks, before we go on, I just want to say, have a seat, y'all. I hope all of you had a chance to see my interview with Joaquin Phoenix earlier this week. He famously doesn't do interviews like this, so it was great to have him here. I truly enjoyed it. And he is such a good actor that I believe he enjoyed it too. And great news, we have even more because Joaquin was brave enough to face the Colbert questionnaire. I've had dozens of celebrities sit right over there and take this soul-penetrating quiz, but I've never seen anyone struggle so earnestly with the question, apples or oranges? You're gonna want to strap in for that one. By the time it was over, we had recorded the longest Colbert questionnaire in history.
I want the record. So.
Hey, Joaquin, I have some great news for you. His Colbert questionnaire ran so long we could not fit it into our show, and I'm not sure we can even fit it into the internet. But we're going to try. Go to our YouTube page, which is probably down here right now, and check it out, y'all. Folks, my first guest tonight spent 2 decades as a congressman from California, where he served as an impeachment manager and sat on the January 6th committee. Just last fall, he was elected to the Senate. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Senator Adam Schiff. Good to see you again. It's been a bit.
It has.
Since the last time you were here, you got elected to the Senate. You're welcome. And it's called by the Colbert bump. You remember that? That's
absolutely.
The bump. When you visit the red districts in your state, do you ever think the people there are ever surprised that you are not the shrieking demon that Donald Trump portrays you as?
Oh, absolutely. I asked for a position on the Agriculture Committee. We're the #1 ag-producing state in the union, but we haven't had a senator on ag in 30 years. And part of the reason I wanted to do it is this is a super important industry for the state and for the country, but also because it would give me a window into what the deep red parts of California are like, what folks are thinking, how I can serve them, how I can relate to them. And on one of my visits recently to Butte County, which is in the far northeast of the state. It's part of California that wants to secede and become its own red state. I met with the Farm Bureau, a very conservative group in that conservative part of the state, and I could tell they were kind of standoffish, a little suspicious. What did this big city Democrat want meeting with the Butte County Farm Bureau? And after a while, they warmed up. I said, look, I'm just here to learn. I want to represent you. I want to fight for you in the Senate. And by the end of the meeting, I could tell I'd made progress because one of the farmers turned to me and said, I don't know why the president calls you watermelon head. You have a perfectly normal-sized head. And Stephen, that's how we do it. That's how we bridge the gap.
1 inch at a time.
Yes, we
one watermelon head at a time.
We come to agreement on the size of my head. And
well, you spent so much time investigating Donald Trump and sounding the alarm on his misdeeds, the Russia collusion, impeachment, January 6th. I mean, and obviously you love your state, you respect the people in your state. What do you? There are parts of your state that went for Donald Trump during this last election. What do you think they didn't hear from you? What do you think that they didn't see that other people saw in that first term?
Well, one of the things that's apparent as I visit these deep red parts of California is, there's a cultural divide, as there is in much of the country. Mm-hmm. There are also divisions over real substantive issues, and California fights over water between farmers and between environmentalists. But a big part of it, too, and this to me is maybe one of the most important takeaways, is we just haven't competed there. We haven't shown up there. We haven't introduced ourselves. We haven't tried to make sure that people understand we want to represent them. People aren't going to vote for you. They're not going to support you if they think you look down on them or condescend to them, or even worse, you're not interested and you're just indifferent to them. So I think all over the country, Democrats need to be pressing the case in every part of the country, realizing we're not going to win everyone over, but there are a lot of people we can win over. They are surprised when they meet me. They've seen this caricature of me on Fox. They've heard, only about me from the president. And it's kind of a revelation when I don't turn out to have horns. So this is part of what I think it takes to compete.
We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. Senator Adam Schiff, everybody. Stick around.